What's going on, everybody? We are live. Let's talk some Top Shot. Hello, JM to those in the chat. JM to anybody that listens back on this on replay. This is the Wednesday show where we're always talking some Top Shot every Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, talking about all the latest and greatest in the world of NBA Top Shot. Little market update. Check out what's going on with the latest packs. Use the OTM tools to get a feel for what's been happening specifically around the pack tools. That's been kind of the main thing that I've been looking at. Checking in on OTM Hoops, our weekly fantasy basketball contest where you use your NBA Top Shot moments, compete in free contests where every week we got $1,000 in pure Dapper balance up for grabs. And then, when relevant, NBA fast break. But they are on a break right now. I think they come back in 2 days on Friday. Yeah, returns on March 29th. So it seems like fast break will be back this Friday. But in the meantime, we'll talk some hoops. We'll talk some general Top Shot. We've also got our TOC March Madness game going on right now for anybody out there that has been playing that game. The next contests will lock tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Keep an eye out for another show on this channel where Coop will be on tomorrow afternoon, I think, maybe even a little late afternoon, early evening, right before lock. Getting you up to speed on everything you need to know there. We've got the exchange going on. Exchange any 5 cards to get yourself a discounted pack for 99 gold. That means that if you have teams that were eliminated during the first 2 rounds, no worries. You can exchange them on in. Get yourself a Sweet 16 pack, which guarantees you 4 cards from the 16 teams that do remain in the tournament. That's been a lot of fun there. Really have enjoyed this team plus stat category format. So maybe we'll experiment with that in another way in the near future. All right, let's do it. Let's dive on in. NBA Top Shot. What's going on lately? As always, otmnft.com/NBA Top Shot for all your Top Shot needs. We've got market data. We've got your collection valuation, information on challenges, the sniper, all of our new pack tools, the pack sniper, the pack feed, the pack marketplace. You name it, we got it over here on the OTM website, and we're constantly adding new features, making upgrades to the site. And on last week's episode of this, I did more of a deep dive into the recent changes that have come out. So if you missed out on that, make sure you go back, check out last week's episode. But this has been kind of my way of if I very quickly, because if you haven't noticed, on this show is mostly me real time figuring out what's going on with Top Shot, which I kind of like doing. But a lot of how I've been getting started on this is going to our new pack feed portion of the week, what kind of packs people are opening, because it gives me an idea of what's going down. So we got a lot of single moment packs that have been opened here. Maybe there was some kind of reward. Then we've got the metallic gold quick rips. So I've saw a bunch of them. The waiting room closed already. So there's a trade ticket trade in for the MGLE quick rips. Still got rookie revelation packs that people have been opening up. But yeah, overall, this has been one of my favorite tools. Just from like an entertainment standpoint, I find it quite compelling to sit on this page to see what people are opening up, to see, you know, who opens up a pack and pulls a big time moment. And so you can check that out on the OTM pack feed. All right, let's also check out the pack marketplace. I feel like one of the things that I've enjoyed doing here is checking out the rookie revelation packs and seeing what's going on with them. These packs, probably about a month ago now, I feel like that they've been out there for quite some time at this point. So I still find it interesting to track this. There are $1,500 packs, and what we've seen consistently since the day that those packs were on sale is that they are selling on the secondary marketplace for $1,000 over the price that you could purchase them for, but B, frequently. Frequent sales, I would say. I mean, multiple per day at a $2,500 price tag. Pretty significant, I would see. So remember, you can check out all of this info via the pack marketplace tool on the OTM website. You can see all of the packs that are listed. You can see all of the recent transactions. Some people, I mean, look at Scotty J has just been selling a ton of these packs. Yeah, I don't know, man. Scotty J killing it. I think it's Scotty J. Shout out if you're listening. Jolly Joker holder, I believe. Jolly Joker holder, I believe. T-Man, what's going on? Brian, how we doing? Poker Pro Eric, always coming in talking anything but Top Shot. First, we got Live Golf NFTs. Then we've got Poker PPE. How you doing, man? Shout out. Stones, what's up? Josh Allen, Sergeant Stogie, the usual crew hanging out here. Let me know if there's anything in specific that has been catching your guys' attention in the Top Shot streets. I also last week did a little stream over on Tandy's channel. Make sure you're checking out Tandy. Tandy joined the Madness kickoff stream last week, and then on Thursday I went over and joined him on his channel, and we talked a lot of Top Shot there. So if you missed that, definitely worth going back and checking out. Kind of dropped some of my higher level thoughts on Top Shot as of late. Talked about my thoughts on this season and series in specific on Top Shot, and how I think the two biggest things that have impacted and had a positive impact on the platform are A, Fast Break and the introduction of that game, and then B, the pack marketplace and how that has kind of revigorated some of the ability to come out and grind some cash here on Top Shot. So check out Tandy's channel and watch last episode. I thought that it was a fun conversation there. Okay. Let's so if we're checking out the OTM site here, we're checking out the OTM site. What I'm doing here, I'm on the market page, and I filtered by 24-hour volume, because this is another thing similar to looking at the pack feed, right? Gives you an idea of what's going on on the platform, and seeing the highest volume come with the extra spice and hustle and show moments, same ones that were kind of getting ripped in these packs. Apologies for me not knowing why that is. Maybe that's just a trade ticket thing, function of trade tickets being popped in on there. But yeah, so we've got that going down there on the Top Shot website. And guys, we are less than a month away from NBA playoffs now, which is kind of crazy, coming down to the wire just from a pure NBA standpoint. And with playoffs, we'll start with the play-in game. All right, let's check out what's going on in the latest and greatest. Apologies if you hear any screaming in the background. My child is 1 month old today. 1 month old already. First month birthday. And he's crying right now. Tough way to spend your birthday, little guy. Speaking of which, if you are interested in my life as a dad, you can check out my podcast, the First Year Dad Podcast. Search that in any podcast platform. You'll find it. We are 4 episodes in. Every week I do an episode updating kind of what my life has been like as a dad, sharing my thoughts on the journey, sharing some of my general life strategies around being a dad. I've been having a lot of fun with it. Check it out. First Year Dad Podcast. All right. In the Eastern Conference. So as a reminder to everyone how the NBA playoffs works, 10 teams get in, 7 through 10 participate in the play-in game. That then gives you the final 8 teams from each conference that play on down. My 76ers going to have to win a play-in game. It's looking like, unless, of course, they can somehow catch up to the Pacers and Magic. But you got the Celtics far and away, blowing away the field in the East. 11 games ahead of Milwaukee in second. And that's pretty tight after that. 8 teams really vying for those top 6 slots. And then it seems like Chicago and Atlanta are pretty tied in to these 9 and 10s. Brooklyn quite far behind. The Sixers and the Heat with an advantage on them. So it's really mostly, can either the Heat or the Sixers catch up to the Pacers? And then these 2 through 6 seeds are pretty tight as well. I mean, Milwaukee is pretty locked into being 2 or 3, but that's kind of the picture that we've got in the East Conference. And then over on the West, a 3-way battle for the top seed. Nuggets, the defending champs, still holding down that top spot for now, but the Oklahoma City Thunder just a half game behind. The T-Wolves just 1.5 game behind. So battle for those 3 there. And then, really pretty tight throughout as well. Houston Rockets sitting just 1 game behind on the outside looking in. And it's crazy how, when we look at some of these, like we got the Suns, the Lakers, and the Warriors, all the teams that are, as of now, going to be competing in these play-in games. So it's kind of the old guard right there, right? You've got Steph, you've got LeBron, you've got Kevin Durant, all of their teams right now in a situation where somebody is not even going to make the playoffs of that group. So you can, it's funny looking at the NBA standings now relative to what it was like for, I feel like, a lot of years in a row. It's a different mix of teams that are up there towards the top. Can definitely see a bit of a flippening happening in terms of some of those superstars getting a little older, some new young hot shots onto the scene, mixing things up. So I think the NBA playoffs going to be a ton of fun this year. Boston, though. Boston has really had quite the season, certainly the number 1 team going in. But hey, on the West, you've got, again, the defending champion Nuggets and Jokic. In the East should be a battle to see who can get into that championship game against Boston, because I do think that Boston is going to be tough to beat. PPE says something about the NBA. Did you see the NBA fantasy scores last night? Russell, Reeves, and Anthony Davis. I did not, but I think I can check that out in Hoops. We're going to head on over to the OTM Hoops page. If you were not aware, we have our live stats page where you can go select any day right up here and look at the fantasy scores for all the players for that game. And I'm going to get rid of the play boosts. Yeah, look at that. 78 points dropped by both Giannis and Anthony Davis, Reeves and D'Angelo Russell. Wow. Yeah, so the Lakers just coming on strong. So yeah, double overtime game makes sense. So anybody that game stacked the Lakers and the Bucks last evening, you were probably printing, whether it be in Hoops, whether it be DraftKings, whatever. So yeah, I think that definitely a nice feature here. Like, even if you're just curious to get a quick glance at, hey, what happened in the NBA games last night, this is a great spot to do it. You can see all of the top scorers. You can filter by any stat category, so you can see who scored the most points last night. You can see who had the most rebounds very quickly, and then you can, of course, be aware of what their different moments are. You can click on them. It will show them all of their top shot moments that they have available, 1 click away from heading on over and checking out them and being able to purchase them on the Top Shot website. So I think pretty strong feature there, which is a good segue into OTM Hoops, because every Wednesday we're starting a new week. We're turning over the page. Let's see. Okay, so here we have last week's final leaderboard. A familiar face, Zake Politicos, chilling at the top $150 in Dapper balance with a 9th place finish on March 25th, a 5th place finish on the 23rd, and a 7th place finish on 22nd. And look at that. They even on the 26th had a 10th. So 4 top 10 finishes in last week's slate. Wow. What an impressive performance by Zake. We've also got Kuklas sitting in 2nd place, RBL down in 6th, Jay Dribbles. Shout out to everybody rocking the Jolly Joker profile picture on the Hoops standings. If you were not aware, you can go ahead and make that change in your OTM profile. So in the top right corner here, select the drop down, select my profile, and then you can scroll down here and change your profile picture. If you do not have a PFP at all, make sure you head on over. Might as well pop on a profile picture onto the OTM website, but you should really make it your Jolly Joker, right? So head on over to your profile page, upload an image of your Jolly Joker. Make sure you're flashing that style on the leaderboard. So yeah, this was the final contest for last week. And this week starts a brand new one. For anybody that is not familiar, how it works is that we have 7 individual slates every single day. There is a contest. Then we, as you just saw on that previous leaderboard, take your 3 best finishes out of the 7 days. That is what counts towards the overall weekly leaderboard, which determines our $1,000 in Dapper Balance payouts, with the first place prize being $150 in Dapper Balance. You can head on over otmnft.com/hoops, hit up the lobby. I'm going to go enter my lineup right now. How the game works: you select players based on who you own in your NBA Top Shot collection. You can only use a player if you own one of their moments. Shout out Own the Moment. That's the only way you can use them in your lineup. They score fantasy points in the traditional sense. However, a twist: you get a bonus for the play type that you use based on the moment that you select. Jokic is a perfect example for me. Up top, I have a Jokic handle, which gives you a bonus on assist. Jokic three-pointer, which gives you a bonus on three-pointers. And then a Jokic layup, which gives you bonuses on the points category. How you achieve your bonus is if in that individual game, they outperform their last 10 game average. For Jokic, his last 10 games, he has averaged 7.5 assists. I'm going to go ahead and put that into my lineup. That way, if Jokic gets 8 or more assists, I will be receiving the points bonus, which is pretty critical in this game of hoops. Let's check out what else I have. Can Anthony Davis do it again? Can Anthony Davis do it again? Is Anthony Davis going to play? Is he going to play on back-to-back games? PPE, let me know, man. You're usually my on the boots on the ground injury guru. Let me know what's going on with the Jokic, man. We've got the LeBron rare that we like to use. You can use any rare or legendary moment. Gets you a 1.25x scoring multiplier. So definitely very, very valuable to have a rare moment in your lineup. Pretty much a necessity, honestly, if you want to have a chance to win in hoops. PPE says AD will sit, LeBron will start. That's all I need to hear. I'm putting my LeBron throwdowns, dunk to good use here. LeBron's going for 27 plus tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. If you've been watching this show, the Maxi points has been my go-to card in the absence of Embiid. It's probably getting to the point where it doesn't matter anymore because he's probably had a last 10 game average with Embiid in. So you know what? Let's mix it up and let's use the Maxi assist for tonight. Betting on him getting 5 or more assists. I like it. Tyrese Maxey, my guy. Shout out to the 76ers. Okay, so DeJounte Murray. Let's get a little DeJounte Murray in here. What about his rebound? I know that seems kind of random, but averaging 4.9 over his last 10 games. We get 5 or more, we are looking at a bonus. So I'm going to go ahead, put DeJounte in there. And I mean, SGA, we looked at the standings. We saw that OKC is sitting in the top 3 in the West. SGA, huge part of that. We're going to jam him on in to the utility spot. And then for our bench position, let's go Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards, I feel like, has been on a tear this season. Had that insane dunk a couple weeks back. Just absolutely poster board dunk. Love to see it. Hashtag NBA Top Shot this. We are submitting our lineup. See you all on the Hoops leaderboard this evening. Don't forget to go over and enter your lineup. The contest will indeed lock at 7 p.m. Eastern time this evening. We've got no fast break going on right now, so there's no better way to get your NBA Top Shot gamification fix than by checking out OTM Hoops, playing fantasy basketball with your NBA Top Shot moments. And if you're looking to play fantasy basketball for the March Madness tournament, we still have our March Madness TOC game going on right now. There's a new fresh contest every single weekend. This contest this week actually has $1,000 more in prizes than we had last week. So an even bigger contest here. You can go ahead and purchase Sweet 16 packs for $25. You can also exchange any 5 cards that you have already and receive a discounted pack for 99 gold, which is $10. But yeah, check that out if you have not already. Been a ton of fun. I think people are really enjoying the contest, and it's live in the lobby. 417 entries as of now. 55,000 gold in prizes. 10,000 gold up top. 10,000 gold up top, and the top 200 win some kind of prizing, at the very least, winning yourself a snack pack for next week's tournament. Love to see it. Make sure you're checking that out. OTMNFT.com/TOC. And let the madness continue this Thursday with the first game starting at 7 p.m. And I said at the top of the show, but we will be live before lock tomorrow evening. Specific time still to come, but keep an eye out. It'll be posted on this very channel. Oh, here he is, the man himself. Ryan, I don't know if you saw us when we had you up on the leaderboard. Oh, there we go. He thought Kukla had him beat, then took away some Lucas steals. Congrats, man. What a finish. It's got to be one of the most impressive weeks. 4 top 10s. Pretty wild. Pretty wild. All right. Let's see. Anything else in chat? People just talking about hoops. Yeah. Good performance, everybody. Fun times. Make sure you're getting the contest tonight. A brand new, fresh week. $1,000 more bucks up for grabs. And then we will see you tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be live on this channel talking through the Sweet 16 March Madness. I'm sure we'll have a little giveaway on the show as well. To close it out, we are going to give a shout out to Ryan, making generational wealth as a result of OTM Hoops. What more could you ask for? Shout out to Ryan. Shout out to all of you. Thanks for listening. I'll be back this same time next week. And until then, peace.